Hey there, my name's Bags, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to do the doubles hoop trick called the 5-beat weave. Only I'm going to be teaching you the poi-style 5-beat weave, which involves twisting your arms up at the elbows, as opposed to the other version of this trick, which involves doing little throws around your arms. Now this trick's slightly awkward but quite enjoyable, so I think it's worth learning. In my video Bags of Poop 1.0, which you can find on my YouTube channel, I call this trick the elbow funk. I'm not sure why. So, the trick looks like this. To make it clear what I'm doing in this video, I'm going to always have the red hoop in my right hand, which also has red on it, and the yellow hoop in my left hand, which has yellow on it. This should make it clear which arm is where at any one time. So, first of all, I'm going to teach you a number of preliminary exercises which will help build up the flexibility in your wrists and get you used to spinning with your arms crossed. So, to start with, we're just going to do a one hoop exercise. And all we're going to do is we're going to put one arm out straight, and we're going to take the other arm and come underneath it, like this, and here, putting one elbow inside the other elbow, like this. So then I'm going to make a fist with this arm, and I'm just going to try spinning one circle on either side of this arm. So I've crossed my arms, and I'm trying to spin a circle on either side of my arm. So this is quite awkward. It's a good place to start. So the next movement we're going to do is the movement that we do in a 3-beat weave. You should already be able to do a 3-beat weave before you attempt a 5-beat weave. So the movement in a 3-beat weave is over, under, and then out. Over, under, out. Now what I'm doing here, when I've spun the hoop once over my arm, I'm then sticking my thumb out and making a reverse L shape and bringing it under the arm like this. Then to go into a 5-beat movement, I'm going to twist my arms at the elbow, here, and spin again on the other side of my arm, like we were doing in the earlier exercise. Then I'm going to have to do 2 circles on the other side of my body to get the 5 circles which we need for the 5-beat weave. So that looks like this. Go over, under, over, out, out. And I do these out-out circles, spinning them on the back of my hand. Over, under, over, out, out. Over, under, over, out, out. So once you've learnt both those exercises on one side, you're obviously going to need to learn it on the other side as well. So same idea, you're going to bring the hoop under your arm, cross at the elbow here, and just get used to spinning it. Oh, that's why I'm wearing a helmet. Just get used to spinning it on either side of the arm, like this. And then once you've got the hang of that, we're going to do the other move that we did, where we go under, over, over, out, out. Over, under. What did I just say? We're going to go over, under, over, out, out. Over, under, over, out, out. Over, under, over, out, out. Like that. So you need to get really good at doing that, feel really comfortable with it, and that's going to make going into the full 5-beat weave much easier. Right, the next exercise we're going to try is with 2 hoops. And we're going to try a crossed arm 2-beat weave. Now it's going to look a bit like this. Okay, got my hands here, my left arm with the yellow hoop is facing upwards, my right arm facing down, and also it's under my left arm. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring my right arm over first, and I'm going to do a 2-beat weave with my right arm leading. So it looks like this. So my arms remain crossed the whole time while I do this exercise, and I try and keep them from catching up with each other. So I don't want to be doing this where they're going at the same time. I want to spin my right arm over my left arm first and try and keep the left arm following it. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So again, you need to do this exercise on both sides. On the other side, it's going to look like this. Right, now we're ready to try the 5-beat weave with 2 hoops. So we're going to start by spinning a 3-beat weave, like this. And when we come to the right side, we're going to try adding in the extra twisty arm movement by grabbing the hoop and coming all the way around. So to start with, just try doing it on one side of your body. So here I'm just doing it on my right side. And then when you get the hang of doing that, try doing it just on the left side. So go into a 3-beat weave again, and just try doing it on the left. Incidentally, when you're just doing the movement on one side, it's a 4-beat weave. To make it a 5-beat weave, you need to do it on both sides. So then that looks like this. Now this trick is quite difficult, and 2 of the problems you might find with it are firstly that you just can't do the movement because your wrists aren't flexible enough. If you keep doing the starting exercises, you'll build up the wrist flexibility over time and it will slowly become easier. The other problem that you might have is that when you're doing the extra circles here, that the hoops bunch up together and you get this sort of pattern here, which doesn't look as nice. So to overcome that, oh, I've got my hoops in the wrong hands. To overcome that, what you want to do is you want to force this circle to go a little bit faster as it comes over and slow down the back one to make sure you get that dush-dush timing to it. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's also possible to do a reverse 5-beat weave. Now this move feels even slightly more awkward than the forwards one. It looks a little like this. Because this move looks slightly awkward and strange, I think it looks best with other moves that look slightly awkward and strange. So if I was going to use it, I'd probably include it in a sequence such as this. I might do a full waist wrap, and then a 5-beat weave, a hug, then maybe a 5-beat weave on the other side, and back to a hug. Something like that, which is a collection of slightly awkward moves, but they look quite visually interesting. Right, that brings us to the end of this tutorial video. I hope you found it useful, and if you have any questions, please post them below the video in the comments section. Thank you.